St. Joseph's University educates its students for a higher purpose. Bound by a lasting pride in their alma mater, alumni go forth as men and women for others, using their talents and leadership skills to apply Catholic, Jesuit ideals in service for the greater good. Each year, St. Joseph's University recognizes 2 individuals for their dedication and commitment to living these principles with the presentation of the Reverend Joseph S. Hogan, S.J., and Ignatius Awards. Among St. Joseph's most passionate alumni, Dick Kelly is the 2011 recipient of the Hogan Award in recognition of his exemplification of Christian principles and outstanding loyal service to the university. A physics major, the 1959 college graduate never strayed far from Hawk Hill. His long list of volunteer roles within the university spans 5 decades, initially serving on his reunion class committee and providing outreach to fellow alumni working at IBM.
We know from the New Testament that we're supposed to look out for our neighbors, our needy neighbors. And St. Joseph's promotes that. The Jesuits promote that through their men and women with and for others. So I think it was a natural thing for me to get involved in community activities. I also had the benefit of being influenced by 2 terrific women. My first wife, Eugenie, she was working with the Irish Holy Ghost Fathers in a project in Ireland. And after she passed away, I met Marilyn Angelotti. During her time working for a doctor, she managed to go back to school, and she got a license as a hospice nurse and worked in her parish council and became a leader in the founding of the Nuclear Freeze Coalition. Those folks were inspirations to me, and Marilyn still is an inspiration to me.
A regular at campus events, Dick's engagement continued while his 3 daughters, Denise, Fiona, and Monique, attended St. Joe's throughout the 1980s and 90s. He spent the better part of 2 decades as a member of the Alumni Board of Governors and later on the National Alumni Board, serving as president of the Alumni Association from 2001 through 2003. Today, he is an active member of the university's Council of Presidents and serves on the advisory board of the College of Arts and Sciences. He received the Brother Bartholomew A. Sheehan S.J. 27 Award from the Law Alumni Chapter in 2006. A dedicated annual fund supporter and longtime Barberlin Society member, Dick and his wife established the Richard J. Kelly and Marilyn J. Kelly Scholarship in 2007.
The things that really made the difference for me in my life were the courses in philosophy, theology, and ethics, taught by people like Father Smith and Father Blee and Father Baum and Father Emery. Those are the areas where the Jesuits shined, and they made us think about how we were going to live our life more so than thinking about how we're going to earn a living.
A South Jersey native, Dick's commitment to service extends well beyond the St. Joe's community. He spent 15 years on the board of the St. Joseph's Carpenter Society, a nonprofit organization which has provided rehab and new housing to more than 800 families in Camden, New Jersey. He is presently completing his 5th year as a member of the South Jersey leadership team for Good Counsel Homes, a nonprofit that provides housing and support for pregnant, homeless women.
I want to express my sincere thanks to the National Alumni Board and the Hogan Committee for this terrific honor. And I want to express my thanks to my family for their continued support for all of my involvement in my activities, both at St. Joe's and what we'll call extracurricular social justice activities. I'm very grateful to them, and I appreciate their support.
Few St. Joseph's alumni have embraced the Jesuit ideal of living their lives with a faith that promotes justice more than the university's 2011 Ignatius Award recipient, Sean Patrick Sanford. The award is presented to a graduate within the last 20 years who has lived a life of service for others, consistent with the principles of St. Ignatius Loyola. A 1997 SJU graduate, Sean is the founder and president of the Center for Faith Justice, which creates transformative experiences of faith in action and educates individuals and communities by facilitating programs that integrate spirituality, community service, and social justice. Sean started the center in 2007 after a decade of experience working with schools, churches, and other nonprofit organizations. He has served in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia, the Catholic community of St. Charles Borromeo in Skillman, New Jersey, and is the first lay executive director at St. Joseph's Seminary in Princeton, New Jersey.
One of the student organizations that I was involved with was Student Coalition for Justice, and that really introduced for me a language of social justice that I hadn't had before I came to college, and kind of unintentionally, I think, tied together really well with the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius, which I did with Father Bruce Bidinger. And the language started to evolve from both those things, from the spiritual direction and from the student coalition, and started to talk about this as a justice as a faith experience, which is really what's been the determining force for me over the last few years.
As a speaker and consultant to religious, educational, and nonprofit leaders, Sean addresses topics including pastoral ministry, justice education, activism, and social entrepreneurship. In 2009, he co-presented a lecture in SJU's Catholic Intellectual Series. A campus leader as a student, the philosophy major received the Student Organizational President's Award for 3 consecutive years, beginning in 1995. It was also during his time as an undergraduate that Sean began to put his faith into action, co-founding the Coalition for Justice. In addition, he participated in the Search Retreat, Project Appalachia, and the Northern Ireland Experience, as well as serving as a volunteer with Homeless Outreach and Habitat for Humanity.
I had done a lot of service as a kid. My parents are deeply committed to community service, and I think what happened when I got here was people challenged me to reflect on that service. I also, like a lot of kids my age, I was in this stage where I wasn't really sure what I believed in and relative to faith, and to be challenged and to say that service and justice are essential elements of the Christian life was a really powerful and alluring thing for me. I was introduced to Catholic social thought in my theology classes here at St. Joe's, and that has probably made all the difference because it was the first thing that really gave me ownership of my faith in a way that I was able to address some of these social issues that I found so challenging.
Sean, whose wife Lisa is a fellow graduate of the class of 1997, is currently a doctoral candidate at Temple University. His academic research focuses on Catholic studies in the American context, religious identity, and social theory.
I'd like to thank Interim President Smithson, the Board of Trustees, the entire St. Joseph's University community for this incredible honor, all the faculty and staff who had a profound impact on my life, especially my wife Lisa. And as a particular thank you to Father Dan Joyce, who's been instrumental in helping me to connect back to the university and to help the Center for Faith Justice.
Instilled with Catholic, Jesuit ideals, St. Joseph's University alumni are called to be men and women for others, putting their faith into action. The 2011 recipients of the Hogan and Ignatius Awards, Dick Kelly and Sean Sanford, are shining examples of the impact SJU alumni are making within our community and beyond each day.